students, we are getting ready to continue with our penmanship lesson. Today, we will be writing the cursive Q. So I will start off by writing the Q as you know it to be. We make a C, and we go down and we make that little part there. That is how we would normally write the letter Q. For the cursive Q, we are going to add the part to the front here. Remember, we are writing inside the blue lines, right? So we're going to start on the bottom blue line, go up like if we're making a C, go up, come down, and we write the Q. So all we're doing is adding this part in front here. So it's like when we first started with the letter C, we're just adding it into the letter Q. Go up, curve as if you're making a C, go up there, come straight down until you touch the red line. The letter Q will go down until you touch the red line, and it's going down straight. And you add this part here, that straight little piece there. Let's write another line of the cursive Q. You notice it's one movement. Pulling up those two blue lines, the Q is going down to touch the bottom red line. And all our cursive Q have this front part here. So let's make a continuous pattern with the letter Q. So we write one letter Q, and we take this letter Q and go straight up into another letter Q. So you see that you're carrying this part here, this little part at the bottom here, straight up into a C, and then you finish off by making the Q. So if you notice where I am stopping here, I'm going to take it and I'm going to go straight into the next Q. Remember, this part here is pulling up those two blue lines, and each Q you make is touching the bottom red line. When I want to take a break, I lift off the pencil. When I want to continue, I put back the pencil there and I go straight into the next Q. So we are joining all our letter Qs. All right, and I'll stop there. I don't want to write going off the page, so I stop just before. So we're going to continue with all the other letters that we did before, and I'm going to add them to the letter Q. So we wrote the letter C, then the A, then the the G, and we add the Q. So we stop there. We're going to leave a little space, and we're going to do that again. C, A, D, G, and Q. Don't forget the letter D touches the top red line, the letters G and Q touching the bottom red line. We'll do one more. C, notice how I start the C, A, D, G, Q. And all the letters are joining together. So that's what cursive writing is about, joining your letters. Our next pattern, we're going to start it off with the Q. We're going to take that Q into A, a D, a G, and we're ending up with the C now. Let's try to keep it close. We don't want to stretch it out. Q, A, D, G, C. One more. Q, into the A, into the D, touching the top red line, the G touching the bottom red line, and the C. All of them are joining together. Our next pattern, we're starting with C, Q, into the D, G, and the G goes into an A. Don't forget that ending part of your cursive A. C, Q, straight into a D, into a G, into A, and don't forget that ending part of your A. So you have the beginning part of your cursive C and the ending part of your cursive A. We have two more patterns, so I'll carry up the page. And our next pattern, C, A, Q. We'll take the Q into a G, and we're going to take the G into a D. We're ending off with the ending part of your cursive D. So your Q went straight into your G. So your Q and your G are your long letters touching the bottom red line. And your D is going straight up to touch your top red line. Let's try that again. C, A, Q, G, D, and we ending off with the cursive D there. These are all the letters that we have written so far. So we are just practicing joining all those letters. And our last pattern, C. Remember to start your C from your bottom blue line. C, A, D, Q, G. That's how we end the G, and crossing it at the bottom blue line. C, A, D, Q, G. Right, so we have focused on the letter Q today. Right, in the cursive letter Q, and now we have included the Q in all the letters and the patterns with them. So keep practicing with your cursive handwriting.